We want to get right to some breaking news. We're following up with a rescue in Angeles National Forest where a car has gone over the side of a cliff and they're just about to get the driver out. Let's go to Chris Christie in Air 7 HD. Chris?
David, what we are watching here is nothing less than a miracle and one of the most delicate rescue operations I have ever seen. You're looking at the LA County Urban Search and Rescue Team that has rappelled down to the bottom of this large bridge along Angeles Forest Highway. You can see that white car that flew off the bridge a couple hundred feet wedged between the rocks and the bridge. And now the driver of that car is literally crawling out of the vehicle by himself. Firefighters were not able to get to him, but they were able to free him. They were able to use their tools and make a wedge that was able, it looks like they were actually able to pop open that rear door, or one of the doors, and now you can see the driver in the blue shirt there who is holding onto a rope. He's now he has one hand holding on to the arm of that rescue worker, and he appears to be relatively mobile after that car flew again at least 150 to 200 feet down, landing straight into the rocks. Just beyond that pillar, David, is another 200, 300, maybe 400-foot drop. And any further, he would have gone way, way down beyond help. And now you can see he's actually climbing out of that vehicle after a dramatic fall. A tremendous work by these rescue workers. You can see all of their fellow firefighters looking over the side of that bridge as they prepare to pull the driver of that car back to the surface along this bridge. Again, traffic here along Angeles Forest Highway has been shut down. Some drivers heading up to Palmdale are actually turning around, but you can see what is taking place here, a result that I really did not anticipate when we first pulled up on this scene, David.
Yeah, what's incredible, a couple of things, Chris. First of all, he's been working at that for quite some time. This is a very tight fit, and he is working extremely hard to even get the little bit that he is when it comes to getting his torso and largely his head out of that vehicle. Also, you mentioned in an earlier report that if the car didn't stop here, it has a long drop after this point. Can you tell us more about that?
Hundreds of feet down into the ravine there at the bottom of the mountain. You can see it's a steep drop, and it's hard to tell from this perspective, but I can assure you any further up this bridge and it would have been a much worse situation. This is bad enough, and I got to tell you, David, from this angle, you really can't appreciate how far down that car did fall. Again, it's at least a 200-foot drop, 150 to 200 foot by my calculation here, and you can see the rescue workers have been able to make their way down the rocks. They've been able to drop some rope. They've considered a number of different options. At one point, they even considered a helicopter hoist. That was not going to work. The rope was not long enough, and it's just not a good angle here. So now you can see they've been able to send several rescue workers down the rocks to the bottom of that pillar, reach the vehicle, and they've been able to free him. I was wondering how they were even going to be able to free him, because if that car becomes dislodged from the rocks, again, it's a very steep fall, hundreds of feet down. Now you can see the driver actually able to pull himself out, and we'll see what his lower extremities are like, but you can see him now collapsing down on the ground. They do have a rescue basket, I believe, already down there, and now it's just a matter of hoisting him back up vertically. I believe they're going to try sending him right up to the top once they package him up, and then the helicopter, LA County Sheriff's Air 5 Super Puma, is going to airlift him to the hospital. This is just a dramatic situation that is unfolding here in the Angeles National Forest.
That's a dramatic shot right there, showing the helicopter that is on standby, literally landing right on that bridge as this entire crew is waiting and ready to assist when needed. I assume by the physicality of everybody, the attention they're all giving to this one guy, he's probably the only person in this vehicle.
He is. He's the only one in there. They arrived within 45 minutes to an hour of the actual crash. They were able to get personnel down there. This has been going on for the better part of at least a couple of hours, maybe even 2.5 hours. But when they arrived down there, they were able to communicate right away. They were able to determine that he was conscious and alert, which was great news. But I was not prepared for him to be in the physical shape that he appears to be, and obviously badly injured. But this looks like he is clearly going to survive this. Again, it's got to be close to a 200-foot dive from the top of that bridge straight into the rocks.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.